What is up? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about eBay and Amazon dropshipping. As always, I'm your host, Paul from dropshippingtitans.com, where I teach you how to start, run, and scale your very own successful eBay dropshipping business. X amount on, let's say, Walmart. So let's actually go right into Walmart, and I'll show you an example of exactly how this works so you can follow along. We have more of a concrete example. I'll share my screen here with
Try
you.
later, but I'm not going to do it now because this is a new account for you. So I'll click cancel, and I'll move on to the next item.
A random item, like this one, that's $22.59. So when you list this item into your store using a repricing software, listing and repricing software, the one that I use is AutoDS, and I have a link to that in the description of this video. It will pull the $22.59, and because it's under $35, it will add in the cost of shipping here as well. So that's what it's going to do there. It will add in $5.99 for shipping automatically. So it takes care of that for you. It's able to see that automatically right there. Okay, so that I hope answered your question. Let me switch over here and we'll look at the next question here. So Jace had a really good suggestion. So last week I was talking about drop shipping. Somebody made a suggestion that you can sometimes get discounts if you drop ship from your phone, because you can get certain discounts with your phone that you otherwise can't get on a browser. And I was trying to find a different way for you to take advantage of that while still being on your computer. And so this person said that you can do it with a keyboard and a mouse attached to your phone or tablet. And sometimes that helps as well, so that you can get through and get the discounts as if you were on mobile doing that while still using a keyboard and a mouse, so that you're able to effectively drop ship without having to do everything with touchscreen phones and things like that. All right, so let's see some live questions here. All right, we have a lot of people here. We have Music Mania here saying congrats on 23,000 subscribers. Thank you. Good. Glad that you're here. Raspberry TV says, your course will be my Christmas present to myself. Abundance. Awesome. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Dusty says his Galaxy S9 Plus works fine for drop shipping. Thanks for being here, Dusty. Phelps wants to know how I handle Amazon tracking numbers, because when you drop ship from Amazon onto eBay, a lot of times you're going to get Amazon logistic tracking numbers, and those aren't recognized by eBay. Well, luckily TrackerBot is taking care of this for you. Okay. Doton wants to know if there's a way to monitor stock and prices when you're drop shipping on Amazon. Yes, absolutely there is. You should subscribe to the channel because I'm making a video this week. I'll probably be releasing it next week talking all about this. So if you don't want to miss that video, do make sure you subscribe to the channel. Fortunately, there's not a lot of options out there, but that's okay because there's a couple of really good ones available. So if you do want to hear about which one I'm using, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that video is coming soon. So Mario, I am using AutoDS to dropship onto eBay. It's the one that I prefer to use. I think it works really, really well. There's a couple of things I really love about it, and I should be making a video about that one soon as well. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So Tina's asking me how some people are able to drop ship onto eBay and their prices are so much cheaper than on Amazon and Walmart. What's going on there? Well, chances are those people are not drop shipping. A lot of times people are wholesale. They have the item in stock. Other people will go to their local Walmart, their local big box stores, buy the items when they're on sale and hold on to them and then sell them on eBay. And because they bought them on sale, they're able to sell them a lot cheaper. So chances are that's what's happening in these situations. And it's not a situation where the items are actually being drop shipped. All right. Leslie says this is not live on YouTube, but it is, Leslie, but it is. Yes, and thanks, Gene, for being here and also for pointing out that if you use auto ordering from AutoDS, it's actually integrated with Blue Care Express as well. So that's something that will be done automatically if you are using auto ordering with AutoDS. And if you do want to check out AutoDS, I have my affiliate link. That's the first link in the description of this video, but it's also a coupon for you. You'll get a 1 month trial for just $1 if you sign up through that link. All right, so Aka had a great question asking, what is this new promoted listings light? I've talked about promoted listings a lot on my channel. This is where you set up with eBay, you can start a campaign, it's called. And you can choose which products you want in that campaign. And then eBay will rank those items higher in the search results. So actually give it a whole new search result. And it will be called a sponsored listing. And the benefit of that is that it shows up higher than other search results. And you only get charged if someone actually clicks on the promoted listing and then buys it by clicking on it. So the old way of doing this is you had to list up a bunch of items and then start a campaign for a whole bunch of those items every time you wanted to do promoted listings. Well, that's changed now. Now you can actually do promoted listings directly inside a listing if you are manually listing. So I shot this little video before that will show you how it's done. So if you were doing a manual listing, this is what it would look like. Most of us don't do this as drop shippers because we have software like AutoDS that does this for us automatically. So you would list everything up as normal. And then at the bottom, you'll see where it says sell it faster. And it allows you to start at doing a promoted listing right in here. And the cool thing is that you can actually add it to an existing campaign that already exists. So that's a way for people to do it even if they don't have a store subscription. That's why it's called Lite. They allow you to do it. So that's a new feature. Obviously, eBay wants us to do as many promoted listings as we can or as they can make us do because that's going to make them more money, right? More fees to them. Now, unfortunately, I'm not sure which one, promoted listings for a lot of us haven't been working. There's been a bug in eBay system that they're aware of. They're working on it. It's impacting drop shippers. It's impacting non-drop shippers. A lot of people have been asking me, what am I doing now that my promoted listings really aren't working correctly? So what I've been doing is I've ended all my promoted listings, and they were all at 1%. And I've just lowered the cost of a bunch of my items by 1% to kind of counteract that. And that's been working really well. Plus, it's Q4 right now. Sales are increasing. The velocity of sales is definitely picking up. So it's been a really strong few weeks, even without the promoted listings. Okay, so Truth was asking, is this a legit way to make money? Commenting on one of my videos. Yes, I have some income reports. I just talked recently about my income report for Q4. So that video will be linked up here if you guys want to watch that later. Yeah, it does work. Let's see what else is here. Okay. So the Funkies is here. Welcome, the Funkies. Your question is it too drastic to start with VAs right away? I just think they could do a better job at listing, so why not hire one from the start? So I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to hire virtual assistants right when you start your business, dropshipping. The problem potentially is that you might not have enough work for them. So you might just want to hire them for a little bit of time starting out, because a lot of new eBay dropshipping accounts have a lower listing limit. So you aren't able to list a lot of items. So it might just be a waste for them to do it. Plus, you need to give them some sort of direction, some sort of instructions. And if you yourself don't know which items sell well, you don't know how to do the research yourself, then how are you going to teach them how to do it? How are you going to know if they're doing a good job? So that's something that you might want to be aware of, that something like that might be an issue. But then again, I've seen people hire virtual assistants right off the bat and do really, really well with it. But it really depends on how much room you have for them to help you grow. If you have that room, it could be a good idea, as long as you're aware that it is going to cost you money to hire a virtual assistant. Hopefully, the goal here is that it's an investment and that it will pay off. It will, it will be a investment where you pay into it and then you make more money out of it because they're listing so many items into your store. But I will agree with you that a lot of these virtual assistants know how to list better than we do because they've already been doing it for years in other people's eBay stores. So you definitely have a good point there. Right. All right, Carmen is here. Carmen just hired her first virtual assistant, so congratulations, Carmen. Oh man, best comment today, Trey. Thank you so much. Course is one of the best on the market if you're doubting it. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And Marie, too, thank you for the $5 super chat, saying thank you for your honesty, Paul. I really appreciate you, Marie. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. So Tony's asking how you can drop ship from Amazon without getting kicked off of Amazon Prime, or without getting in trouble by Amazon. This in the past used to be a rumor that people would get in trouble for this, but I personally don't know anyone who's been kicked off of Amazon for buying too much from them. It just doesn't happen. And I have a video all about it, which I will link up over there for you guys to watch later. So Nancy, sorry about this. Nancy's saying, what is Blue whatever? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. So we're talking about Blue Care Express. We were talking before about Amazon logistic tracking numbers, which eBay doesn't recognize. Blue Care Express is a tracking service that eBay does accept and recognize. And they have a way of having you upload an Amazon logistic tracking number to Blue Care Express, and then you can upload it through Blue Care Express to eBay, and eBay will accept it. So that's what we're talking about here. And the way you do it is by signing up for either auto ordering through AutoDS, or with TrackerBot as well. We'll do that automatically for you. And I have links to both of those in the description of this video. I'm sorry about that, Phil. I had a feeling I was in the wrong place. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So let's see another one of these questions I had. All right, Angel saying, if I buy your course, will it be outdated? Do you have updates to your course, Paul? Yes, of course. That was always one of my promises when I started the course, that it would always be up to date. And actually, today's December 4th. This past weekend, I updated over half the videos in the course. There's over 80 videos. I updated close to 50 of them. I did 40 over the weekend, and I just did about 5 or 6 today. So it's fully updated now. Okay. Hey, welcome Jenny. Jenny's the creator of Spot and Paste, one of my absolutely favorite Chrome extensions, especially for drop shipping from onto Amazon, because it just does so much and makes our lives so much easier. If you guys haven't checked that out. Thank you, Tom. Tom is here. $5 super chat. I appreciate you, Tom. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, about the mess up with the video. Okay, so let's see another one of these questions. So Sarud wants to know if you can, when you're in PayPal jail, can you pay for the items on your supplier's website using your PayPal funds? You can't. So you have to wait for the funds to be released from PayPal. So what you have to do is buy the item, upload the tracking number to eBay, and then it automatically gets uploaded to PayPal. Then once the item is marked as delivered, a couple of days later, PayPal releases it. And you can't use it before then. You can't even use the money if you have a PayPal debit card. That's not going to work. You have to actually wait for the money to be released. Just use a credit card in the meantime. Yeah, Stefan wants to know if there's a tool to use to know if something is Vero. And yeah, if you use pretty much any listing software like AutoDS, it's going to automatically check the items to make sure that they are not Vero items. So if you use one of those, it will tell you. Tony wants to know if this is a real video. Yes, it is a real video. Okay. Let's see. Yes. So Sonyu says that lots changed in 2018 with eBay, and now you cannot set up a seller account the way you used to be able to. If I go through Dropshipping Titans, will I be able to see the updated course? Yes. So all updates are inside the course now. You're definitely right. A lot's changed on eBay this year. One of those things is how to set up a account on eBay. So if you don't, if you watch old videos, they're going to be out of date. It's not going to be relevant. It's not going to tell you exactly what to do, and you're going to miss a lot because a lot's changed. So that's one of the reasons I updated the course very recently. So Jay wants to know how you hire a virtual assistant. So virtual assistants can be hired from a few different websites, but the one that I like the most is called Online Jobs. I have a link to that in the description of this video. And the benefit of that website is that it's just a place to meet virtual assistants. It does cost money to sign up, but once you sign up, it's totally up to you how much you pay them, how you pay them. So a lot of these other websites, you have to pay through the website, and then the website takes a percentage of the VA's salary. What ends up happening is either that the VA doesn't end up making enough, or you end up paying extra because the website's taking up percentage of it. So the great thing about online jobs is that they don't do that. You just go there to meet the virtual assistants, and then you arrange everything on your own, which means that 100% of the money that you send, they get. And I really like that. I support that business model, which is why I use that website. And in general, those VAs are going to be cheaper, and I find really excellent virtual assistants through that website. Meriden is here. Welcome, Meriden from the Philippines. So happy that you're here. Ashlita wants another New York City meetup. Does anyone else want another meetup? If you guys want it, we'll do it. December is obviously a little crazy because it's a busy time of year for us as online sellers and just with the holidays going on, but I'll make it happen if enough people want it. So just let me know in the comments section if you're in the New York area or want to come by. I'm thinking about having one at the end of January, beginning of February, but let me guys know what you think. I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, Patricia makes a great point about drop shipping onto Amazon, which is that Amazon, whenever you drop ship onto Amazon or sell on Amazon in general, Amazon holds your money for 2 weeks. So you have to have capital saved up, or you got to have some good credit cards to pay for your inventory until Amazon releases that money. Now, later this week, I will be dropping a video all about how to get daily payouts from Amazon so you don't have to wait the 2 weeks. So if you don't want to miss that video, either subscribe to the channel or come back later in the week so that you get that video. We have Tom here saying smash that like button, so thank you, Tom. Ron wants to know if I prefer Walmart. I'm not sure if you're asking if I drop ship from Walmart to Amazon, or are you saying do I prefer Walmart over Amazon as a source? When I drop ship onto Amazon, I do use Walmart a lot because it's one of the most reliable online places to buy things and get them shipped out, which is why I use them a lot for that. But when it comes to drop shipping onto eBay, I also prefer Walmart a little bit over Amazon just because I find the competition not to be as high as Amazon, although I'd say about now they're just even. Just in general, I have found that for a lot of people, they just fall into certain online stores that they drop ship from and just seems to work for them. When I first started, for me, that was Home Depot. But now I've found a really good niche inside Walmart as well. And a lot of people say that as well, that they just find one supplier that works really, really well for them. And for me, those two are really Home Depot and Walmart. All right. Okay, so let's see some of these other comments. Kind of already answered that one. So, Addie says, hey Paul, great video, a lot of good info, thanks. I've been watching your videos and drop shipping on eBay, doing really good, had a great month, November. Now about to scale my business after learning some more tricks from you and your buddy Jack, great guy. So I'm about to hire a VA from online jobs, so wanted to get some insight. You always have some great info. I guess there was no question. I just thought it was a great comment. So congratulations, Addie. So happy to hear that you're doing really well and that you're being successful. So congratulations. So Robert has a question if I'm ever going to come out with a tax-exempt video. What Robert's talking about is when you buy items from online websites like Walmart or Amazon, you'll find a lot of times that you have to pay sales tax. Well, in a lot of situations, you don't have to if you set things up correctly. Now, unfortunately, this is really, there's a lot of steps here. I don't think it's too hard personally, but there are a lot of steps involved. So it doesn't really make sense inside a YouTube video, which is why I just save it for the course, and that's the only place that I have those videos. Okay. All right, so let's see some more questions I had. So Helen, inside the private mastermind for the course, said, does anyone collect emails from their eBay store? So when you get a sale on eBay, you can actually see the buyer's email address. And a lot of times you'll get an email from PayPal as well, letting you know that the buyer paid, and the email address will be in there as well. The question is, are you allowed to collect those emails and then send marketing material to those customers to try to get them back to your store? And that is technically against eBay's rules. They don't want you doing that. Remember, when someone buys something on eBay, as far as eBay is concerned, they're not your customer. They are eBay's customer. So eBay wants control. They don't want you stealing their customers. That's what's going on here. People do it, certainly. I get emails all the time from stuff I buy on eBay telling me, hey, visit our website. Instead of buying it from eBay, you'll get it for cheaper. But technically, I could report that, and presumably they would get shut down or kicked off of eBay. Personally, I don't care, so I don't do that. But I wouldn't send that marketing material to any of the customers just because I don't think it's worth the risk for me. So Wes is asking about the course. Says, is there a set fee for the course and any money back guarantee? I think you mean. So, or satisfaction. Yeah, so it's just one payment, and you can get that by clicking the link to the course underneath this video. There's also a payment plan, but as soon as you make the first payment, you get instant access to the full course. You don't just get a portion of it, and it comes with a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. And so this is a good time to welcome the new members who joined up in the last week. I made this funny little thing to welcome the new members to the Titans tribe. So let me read off the list once it loads up here. And we'll welcome the new members to the Titans tribe. So where is it? Here we go. So we have Matthew. Matthew just joined the course. So welcome, Matthew. We have Richard and Lawrence and Anthony, Eric, Robert, Nicole, Pete, and we also have Timothy, Giovanni, Joe, David, Andre, Andy, Adriana, and Will. So welcome everyone to the Titans tribe. Also Dwayne, Allison, and Kevin. Welcome everyone to the Titans tribe. So glad that you are part of our community now. Make sure that you do join the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, if you haven't done so already. Right. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Sonyu wants to know if it's good to do eBay dropshipping in 2019. I'm not there yet. Some of you might be watching this video in the future when it is 2019, but right now it's still 2018, but things are still going strong with it. I think it's going to be going strong into 2019, so I'm certainly excited to see how much my store grows next year as well. Andre wants to know if I use gift cards for Home Depot. Yes, I do use gift cards for Home Depot. There's two ways that I use them. So the first way, I just found in general that using gift cards on HomeDepot.com is more reliable than using my credit card. I find, for a number of reasons, won't get into everything, but so the places I get my gift cards. First, just on Home Depot's website, I have 10 gift cards in a spreadsheet, and I reload those gift cards every few days. You can reload up to $2,000 at a time, and so I just reload those gift cards. And for a while, that's all I was doing. But more recently, I've been getting some more discounted gift cards where you get like a certain percentage off of each card, saves you some extra money on every time that you buy something from from Home Depot. And so that's what I've been doing more recently. I've avoided that in the past because I didn't like the idea of having to juggle all these cards, because a lot of times when you buy discounted gift cards, you can only get like a $100 card and then like a $52 card and then $60 card and $20 card. Having all those small cards was kind of a hassle. So I still only buy them if I can get cards with a high dollar amount on them. But when they're available, I grab them because you can get like a few percentage off and it adds up. Okay. Phil wants the meetup in Texas, a bit far from New York, but Connie's down for the meetup. So what Jerry did next wants to know if they can sell on eBay.com from the UK. And actually, you can. The last time I checked, you can open up an eBay UK account and from the same account sell on eBay.com. So that's something I would definitely look into if you are a UK seller, because that's a huge advantage that you have that a lot of other countries don't have. People were saying have meetups in Georgia. Jenny wants one in Seattle. Let's see. Dusty wants to know how Amazon is with returns. Dusty, do you mean dropshipping onto Amazon or dropshipping from Amazon? Dropshipping from Amazon is pretty simple with returns. Amazon is very good about taking returns. One of the actually better ones because they make it very easy. And dropshipping onto Amazon, returns aren't a problem either. You're allowed to send the buyer your own return label, which you'll get from your supplier like Walmart, and that makes the returns very simple. No, Tony. So Tony's talking about Walmart, which I gave an example about before as with the shipping costs. And Tony wants to know if I, because I'm a major seller, get free shipping on my Walmart orders. No, you don't. If your order is under $35, you're not going to get free shipping 99% of the time. There's some items you will. Third-party merchants selling on Walmart sometimes have free shipping. But if there is no free shipping for the item, then no one's going to get free shipping for it. So we're all in the level playing field there. Yeah, so Stefan's asking why I never talk about drop shipping from Chinese suppliers like Alibaba or DHgate. Why don't I ever do that? Quite frankly, because I don't have the time to try everything. I wish I did. This is what's so great about drop shipping, a business model like this. There's just so many different possibilities to try so many different things and to find your own little niche within this niche. Dropshipping from Chinese suppliers, dropshipping from certain websites, using different techniques or tactics that other people aren't using. So many different things to try. You can't possibly try them all. It's just impossible. There's so many different things you could do, which is why it's so exciting to me. But it's also part of the problem, right? Because I see so many people just chasing whatever the new shiny thing is. They try one thing, they don't give it enough time to see if it works before they hear about something else that's cool, and they chase after that. And before they really get that to start, they go after something else. And I'm guilty of this myself. I do this a lot. It takes a lot of discipline to say, you know what? I'm going to write down all the ideas that I have, everything that I want to try, everything that I'm already doing, everything that I want to do. And then I'm going to go down that list and say, okay, what am I doing now that's working? And move that to one pile. And then I say, okay, what that's working, what's working the best, and what's making me the most money? And then I rank them like that. And then I'm only going to do like the things that are really working well, and the things that I'm doing that aren't working, I'll get rid of those. And then all the new stuff, I'm really have to have a critical eye and I look at it and say, how much money will this really make me? And if it isn't going to make me a lot of money, is there another better reason that I should be doing it or should be trying it? And if it doesn't fit in there, if it doesn't meet those, then I get rid of them. And I compare all of them to see which one has the potential to really move my business forward, to make me more money, to educate me more. And if it's something that just looks fun but doesn't really have enough solid proof to me that's going to work or going to improve my business in any way, then I put it into another pile, and that's kind of like a back burner pile. And I could always come back to that. I can always try those things in the future. But for right now, I'm going to focus on what's been working, what's been making me money, what's been moving my business forward, and the things that I know or have a really good feeling are going to move my business forward even more. And it's really important that you stay focused on those things because it's so easy to get distracted. And the more distracted you are, the less successful you're going to be with any of it because you're just spread way too thin. Thank you, Marie, for this wonderful comment. Says, we have a very nice group with very nice people talking about the private mastermind. Feel blessed to be part of that group. Thank you so much for saying that. All right. Okay, so Dan wants to know about auto ordering. Dan says, is it risky to use auto ordering because you might get a pricing error? So Dan, there's two things I'll say about this. The first thing is, honestly, I haven't used a lot of auto ordering. I have tried it, and when I did try it, it did work to a degree, but I haven't used a ton of it. But in my experience, what I've noticed about the softwares that do it is that they have protections in place so that if you're about to lose money by fulfilling the order, then it won't fulfill the order for you. It will instead alert you and say, we didn't fulfill this order because the price of the item on the supplier's website went up, or it's too high, it's higher than the price on eBay. So we didn't order it for you. You can manually order it if you want. So those are built into the software. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Question from Nancy. And Nancy, thank you for the super chat. You don't have to do that. I'll answer your question, Nancy, always, because Nancy's always here with great questions. Nancy says, I have a person, I guess a buyer, who says she ordered 2 of the same items and only got 1. I don't have anything for the second one. Nancy, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by don't have anything for the second one. I'm not sure if you're asking if you order 2 from your supplier and only 1 was shipped, or if you're not sure if both were shipped. So I'll answer the question as best as I can. What I've noticed is that sometimes I will order 2 from the supplier because that's what the buyer bought and ship them to the customer. And the customer says they only received 1. But when I check with the supplier, they say they shipped 2. And often what you can do is check the weight of the package on the carrier's website. So on like UPS or FedEx's website, and that will tell you the weight of the item. And you could check that weight of the package rather. You could check that against the weight of the item, do some multiplication, and you'll be able to tell how many were shipped in the package. And if you find the right representative on eBay, they'll understand that and agree with you. But really the first thing you should do is reach out to the supplier, explain to them what happened, and let them kind of figure it out. A lot of times the supplier will just believe you and then will send out another one or give you a partial refund, however they want to work it out with you. But your question might be that the person bought 2, but there's only 1 in stock. So in that situation, you should reach out to the buyer and let them know. You just got to communicate. That's really the only thing you could do in this situation. Tell them that there was an error on eBay and that this is only a quantity of 1 and not a quantity of 2. And would they just want the 1 and a partial refund back, or do they want to cancel the whole order? It's really the best you can do. So Whisper Hub wants to know how I keep track of my profit. Do you use software? So there's 2 ways I keep track of the profit. One is directly inside AutoDS. It will actually take care of that for you. If you update it correctly and use it correctly, it will have very accurate or fairly accurate profit inside AutoDS. The other way is using just standard bookkeeping software like QuickBooks. That's the one that I use. It's the one that most accountants are familiar with, which is a primary reason that I use it. Okay. So let's see another question I have from the week. Did that one? Oh, I answered that one already too. Awesome. Trying to find a good question here in the comments. Omar wants to know if I avoid drop shipping from third-party vendors on Walmart. So let me see if I can pull up an example of this so you guys know what Omar and I are talking about. So I'll share my screen here and we will search for a table. Because in Walmart, you can buy items directly from Walmart, and they have third-party merchants on here as well. And I thought there was a way to kind of, on the left, limit it to just Walmart retailer. Yeah, so for instance, like this item right here is shipped and sold. You see right here where I'm highlighting, oops, highlight too much, where I'm highlighting says shipped and sold by Costway. So it's not by Walmart, although actually I think Costway might be a Walmart brand now that I think about it. But just know that, maybe it's not the best example, but just know that you can actually sell on Walmart if you wanted to, if you got approved for it. So the question is, should you only sell products that are being sold directly by Walmart, or should you also list of items that are being sold by third-party vendors? That's the question. When you're first starting out, Omar, I suggest you only stick with the Walmart items. And then when you become more advanced, you can use third-party vendors. I use third-party vendors. And if there's any problem with the items, we just delete those from our store, add them to our do not list, and then we move on from there. But in the beginning, you want to stick with Walmart items because those items, they're going to ship out quickly. It's going to be good customer service. With third-party vendors, it's kind of, you're rolling dice there a little bit. There is a vetting process, obviously, with Walmart, but it's still a bit of a gamble. Let's see. Dusty wants to know what I've been doing in my spare time. If I ever chose a hobby, ever since I quit my job to do dropshipping and this YouTube channel full time, I realized I needed a hobby outside of business. So actually, I started playing board games with my husband, and that's been a lot of fun. So that's kind of what we've been doing lately. We found some 2-player board games. The one we're playing now is called Code Words Duet. It's pretty fun. So let's see. So Nancy is saying that, so to correct what we were talking about before, Nancy's saying that the customer is saying she ordered 2 different items from Nancy. So, but Nancy, it sounds like you only see one item. Just search that buyer's username inside eBay and see what comes up. If it's only one item, that's all that you have for them. Chances are, I've seen this before myself, where people will put multiple items into their carts from 2 different sellers, buy it, and they think that all the items are coming from me. Some people don't understand the difference. So eBay will side with you. I've called them about this issue and they looked it up and said, yeah, this person bought that item, but from someone else. So just be aware of that. And you can call eBay if there's any problems. Yes. So Imran wants to know, yes, I did switch to AutoDS. That is the listing and repricing software that I'm using now. Ace Man says, don't dropship on Walmart. It's real pain to use their platform. I've heard that before. So Best Clips, great question, says, which should you start with? Dropshipping onto, oh, no, sorry. I misread your question. So which should you start with when dropshipping onto eBay? Should you use Walmart as a supplier or Amazon? Either one. They're both really great for beginners. You can't go wrong with either. Use both and see which one works better for you. I thought your question was going to be, which should you do first, dropship onto eBay or dropship onto Amazon? Without a doubt, the answer for me is dropshipping onto eBay as a beginner. So many reasons for that. I've covered this in a past video, but just a quick recap of that. eBay is just a lot easier to get started with. They're much more forgiving. They're not as strict with their metrics. They release money to you right away once you get out of PayPal jail. With Amazon, they hold your money for 14 days as you scale up, that's a lot of capital tied up. Now again, I'm going to be releasing a video this week talking about how to get daily payouts from Amazon. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you do subscribe to the channel or come back later this week to get that video. And the other problem is with Amazon, they have very strict metrics. It's very easy to mess things up. There's a lot you need to know about Amazon in order to be successful, or not even just to be successful, just not to mess up with them, I would say, where eBay is much more forgiving. Yes. All right, what's up, Tyler? No question, of course, just a comment. Trying to find some last questions in here before we wrap up. And by the way, guys, if you've liked this video, if you've gotten some value out of it, would appreciate if you give the video a thumbs up. So it was very helpful. So there we go. Imran, inside my course, I teach how to use AutoDS because that's the one that I'm using right now for my dropshipping business. So let's see if you guys have any last questions here so that we can get any questions you guys have answered. So Wes wants to know what I suggest as a percentage for promoted listings. And when it was working, I said all you had to do is start a campaign with all your items, run it at about 1 to 2%, and that was all you had to do. As of the making of this video, promoted listings aren't working, but once they start working, I'll go back to 1 to 2% for all my items there. Yeah, John's, today's December 4th. Tomorrow is a national day of mourning here in the United States because of the passing of the late President Bush Sr. So USPS will be closed tomorrow. eBay usually takes these into account. I forgot to look to see if eBay was going to do that this time. They should. So in other words, if a package arrives a day late, and it was shipped through the United States Postal Service, well then eBay will take that into account. Thank you, Jenny. How can you not like this video? Appreciate that. All right, so we're wrapping up here, but if you guys have any last minute questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you guys do like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you love it so that you don't miss out on my future content. Hit that little bell notification that I show you right here. Subscribe, then hit that bell right there. That will give you an alert every time I go live, every time there's a new video up, every time I make a post on YouTube, so you don't miss out on anything, any of the great content coming along. This month in December, I'm going to be talking about a lot of new things, so if you guys don't want to miss those, you got to be subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out. I really appreciate everyone coming out, asking some great questions this week. I had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning, but everything worked out well because you guys had great questions. It filled the time really, really fast. So thanks to everyone who came out. Thanks for all the amazing questions. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys during the next live Q&A. I do them every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a wonderful week, everyone.